What's up, beautiful people? Padres sweep the Bucs. What a series from the Padres. They win 3 games out of 3 against the Pirates, move to 12 games over 500, 64-52. This team is playing lights out. Some special stuff from almost every single person in the lineup. Donovan Solano has a 4-hit game. Jackson the Kid Merrill has a 4-hit game and some heroics in game 2. Hoeing does absolutely phenomenal, spotting in for Cease. Just a great series for our boys. Let's take a look at this series right now. Let's do this. I know I've said it for 20 plus years, but I got a feeling this is the year. God, Tatis is such a sexy guy. Keep the faith, baby.
1 year soon, the baseball gods will smile on the San Diego Padres, and we will have a parade.
Stay vibrant, Friar Faithful.
And now your handsome host, Beto Diaz on Friar Field Talk.
So jumping right back into it, besides maybe game 1, game 2, and game 3 were absolutely stressful. Game 2 is a game that I'm probably going to spend some more time looking at because it was a phenomenal win for our boys. One that we definitely do not win last year with Sleepy Bob Melvin. Ain't no way, ain't no how in fucking any world we win that game yesterday if Bob Melvin's at the helm. But let's go ahead and start and take a look at this with game 1. Game 1 from the beginning had a weird feeling to it. Dylan Cease goes out there, handles business for the first inning because of course he does because he's the fucking man. But rain starts coming in right after in the second inning. Some suspect stuff from the umpires. I feel like obviously Mother Nature, you can never know when it's coming. But this day and age, we know when the rain's coming. And if they had an idea that the rain was coming, why even start the game? Second inning happened 5 minutes later. Dylan Cease ends up getting pushed. They say the game's going to resume again at 5:15, but the game doesn't. Cease warms up to start going again. They ended up saying that the delay needed to be longer, and then obviously Cease gets pulled. Significant at the time because, you know, that's our best pitcher. We're losing our best pitcher for once every 5 starts, so this was kind of crappy. But Brian Hoeing comes in and sets the fucking tone. He goes 3 2/3 of an inning, allows 1 hit off 1 walk and 3 Ks. He looked absolutely phenomenal. Let's go ahead and take a look at him right now. This is obviously Brian Hoeing. He came from the Marlins trade. Obviously, the big name was Tanner Scott, but Hoeing was an additional piece that they had coming in. He was obviously spotting that 2.70 ERA. Looked phenomenal. He did exactly what we needed to do to keep us in the game. I've been a strong proponent of this all season long, of our pitchers just keeping us in the game. Wicked curve changeup right there. Look at the drop on that. That is fucking filthy. The guy answers the call, makes Hayes look fucking foolish on that pitch. My God, what a pitch. Brian Hoeing, absolute stud. Hopefully the first of many appearances for Brian Hoeing if he's going to pitch like this. The guy steps up huge in a big way. Pitches a really good game. Padres get on the board first, and the 5th was kind of a pitcher's duel, believe it or not, even though we had 2 guys pitching on both ends from the bullpen. But we do get on the board first with Tyler Wade. He singles up the middle, brings in 1. Donovan Solano was the talk of this game. Comes up here really big in a really big spot. I'll go ahead and play it for you guys. Set the tone a little bit for you guys here. Obviously, it's 1-0 here. Donnie Baseballs was swinging a great bat. Bases loaded, 1-0 count. Takes a curveball that does not curve and sends it to left field. 2 runs scored. This kind of breaks the game open a little bit. Makes it a 3-0 game. Excellent piece of hitting from Donovan Solano. A great game for him. He gets and collects 4 hits this game. Solano was the talk of the town in game 1. Padres go up 3-0. Obviously, they were up 1-0, and we do shut out the Marlins in this game. Bogarts extends the lead to make it 4-0. And then, like I said again, Donnie Baseball was the talk of this game. Comes up clutch again, 2nd and 3rd, nobody out, 1-1 count here in the 9th inning, and he just goes with it to right field. Beautiful piece of hitting from Solano. Padres win this game 6-0. The bullpen does absolutely phenomenal. Shuts out the Marlins in game 1, sets the tone. The Pirates for game 1. Sets the tone for the rest of the series. Morejon, Adams, Scott, Estrada all do very good in this game. Phenomenal game 1 victory. That sets us up to try and take the series for game 2, and we win this game 9-8. Now, this game was fucking insane. I jumped onto TikTok. I usually make my content as well on TikTok and Instagram for my short reels and stuff like that. Check that out if you haven't. But I checked up and I was like, my God, this game was so fucking exhausting. A game that I could not believe we actually won. Michael King started this game, and a lot of us probably don't remember that he started this game. Was not as sharp as he usually wants to be. Obviously, he was coming off that extended break that he had after having a little bit of a comeback or hit his leg, was a bruise. Probably wasn't feeling so great on his leg, was probably a big time shiner. Did spot enough and did do enough to keep us in the game. Goes 5 innings, allows 4 runs, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, does collect 7 Ks. His K rate has absolutely skyrocketed in the past 2 months. Did keep us in the game, but boy, oh boy, was this game something else. Padres go down early for in the first inning to make it 1-0. Brian Hayes, who's been absolutely horrible all year, actually had a really good series against us to make it 2-0. But Merrill does cut the lead in half. Merrill was the talk of this game. An absolutely phenomenal game from the kid. I mean, unbelievable. Takes a fastball that is just awful right down the fucking middle, and Merrill sends it to the fucking moon. An absolute moonshot for Merrill. That ball was absolutely crushed. 442 feet to dead center. The kid is absolutely special. He's putting up a season that we probably never seen as Padre fans for a rookie. He has been absolutely insane. So clutch. Every single time he's out there, you feel like he's going to get a hit. After the game, they interviewed him, and he basically says he just wants to go out there and he can't wait to get off the field as well because he wants to hang out with the guys. The chemistry and the vibes on this team this year are so fucking different. And I think part of that comes from Jackson Merrill patrolling center field. Our rookie sensation in Jackson Merrill. Obviously right there, he cuts the lead down to 2-1. Pirates do strike back and make it a 3-1 game, extend the lead. Another really big moment in the game, a huge hit from Higashioka. First and second with nobody out, 3-1 count. Gonzalez on the mound does another horrible changeup down the middle of the plate, and Kyle Higashioka makes him pay, sends him to center. 3-run bomb for Kyle. This was a big, obviously significant moment in the game. Everybody loves the grand slams. I love the grand slams. They make me happy. They make me tingly. But a 3-run shot is just as good. Kyle comes up huge there, puts us back on top 4-3. But the Pirates would not go down, man. Old man McCutchen hits a home run to make it a 4-4 game. It was unbelievable seeing him being the reason we had a problem. But then again, guess who comes back right up? My rookie of the year, Jackson Merrill, comes up huge with a fastball right down the middle with 2 outs on a 1-2 count. Machado's chugging down the line. He scores. We go back on top 5-4 here in the 5th inning. Machado's exhausted by running a whole 180 feet. I would be too, though. He was chugging. He had a really good series as well, so I'm not going to talk shit about Manny. But another big spot there for Jackson Merrill. But again, the fucking Pirates come back and take a lead 6-5. Estrada shits the bed in this game, was not commanding anything well at all. Does really bad. We go into the 6-5. A lot of stressful moments from innings 7 through 8. Weren't able to get any runs in. But guess who comes up clutch once again for our boys? I can't stop getting hype, you guys. This is something sensational, something special that we're watching in this kid with Jackson Merrill. He's playing at an insane rate. He's arguably the best center fielder in the National League, and he's a fucking rookie. Look at this. Look at the stare. Look at the fucking death stare in his eyes on this guy right now. This is 0-0 count, 1 out, top of the 9th. Padres down 1. Bednar, who had gone 19 consecutive saves in a row, had not blown a save. But Jackson Merrill has the fucking look of a god in his eyes that he's gonna fuck some shit up. Jackson Merrill, again, comes up absolutely huge. Let me mute this so it's not blasting in my ears. Merrill is locked the fuck in. He's ready to make some noise. Boom! 98 cheese up your fucking ass. Merrill sends it to deep right center. An insane home run for the kid. Ties the game at 6-6. I'm going fucking crazy in my room. My dog is barking like a maniac saying, what the fuck is wrong with you? Are you insane? Chill the fuck out. Which I give her props. I probably should have chilled out. But I mean, what a moment for the kid. Just sensational for Merrill. He ties the game 6-6 in the 9th inning. Game changer. Goes to extra innings. Xander is the one that comes through with a really big hit here. Kind of didn't seem like he did too much, but he practically wins us the game, gets us the hit here in the top of the 10th. Arias scores to make it a 7-6 game. Right before this, in the 9th inning, we had fucking the bases loaded with 2 outs, but we're able to get out of it. This game had it all, you guys. I'm telling you, just a game that we do not win in many years ago. Last year for sure. Schultz bullpen management in this game was pretty good. Obviously, Estrada did shit the bed in the 6th, but I don't expect him to do that very often. He had a bad game. We'll move on for it. But man, oh man, some timely hitting. Sacrifice from Machado and Merrill makes it a 9-6 game, but it wasn't over yet. My God. This game had everything, man. Brian Reynolds walks. Tanner Scott starts shitting the absolute bed. Can't get anybody out. Can't do anything with his pitches. But he ends up getting the win. They bring in Morejon with nobody out, and he secures the dub. I mean, this game was absolutely unreal, you guys. I'm trying to find the last out because I need you guys to see how crazy this was of a game. He gets Yasmani Grandal, of course, old man Grandal, old friend Grandal. Morejon does allow the one, obviously the 2 runs to make it a 9-8 game from the runners from Scott, but he's able to get 2 good outs, timely outs, goes to Grandal on an 0-2 count, 2nd and 3rd. He's able to ground out. What a fucking play here. Kim just chilling, gets the out. Padres win game 2. And I'm out of breath. I'm sure you were all out of breath. This game was fucking insane. I cannot believe that we won this game. Just an absurd game. Plays galore, errors galore, base running mistakes, base hits at timely moments. Comeback kids. Padres win this game 9-8. Woo! We gotta take a little break because that was a crazy win. That makes us get the series already 2 games out of 2, and it gets better. Game 3, we sweep the Pirates. Another comeback win. Padres win this game 7-6 from the get-go. Machado. In the very first inning, I woke up. I set an alarm at 8:45. I snoozed it, and I woke up just at the moment to see Manny crush this to left field. 2-run bomb here. Ortiz ends up settling in a little bit, but he does also allow another home run to David Peralta. That's 18th home run of the year for Manny. Manny just seems to be coming into his stride, hitting balls that he definitely has a chance to hit, and not. He still leads the league in double plays, but if he's hitting 2-run home runs every other day, I'm not really going to give a fuck about it. DP, David Peralta, everybody loves a good DP. I know I do. Boom! Takes the ball that's probably a ball on the inside and fucking ropes it to right field. Almost goes into the Allegheny. If it wasn't for the fencing, that shit would have hit the fucking river. A moonshot from David Peralta, who continues to hit some timely at-bats for DP. He got a lot of hate from me in the past, and I'm sure he's gotten a lot of hate from all of you. Probably warranted, but this is a big time fucking moonshot. Clears the fucking deck. Call the Jolly Roger. There's a goddamn pirate in the field right now, and it was David Peralta. We go up 4-0. Vasquez was cruising through this game, was doing everything right, had a low pitch count going into the 6th inning. Unfortunately, he runs into some problems. O'Neal Cruz is able to hit an absolute laser, was jogging out of the box to first base, and gets thrown out by a sensational throw by Jackson Merrill. That makes it a 4-1 game. Carl Edwards Jr., who just got recalled, Alex Jacob was optioned. Kind of a head-scratching move because Jacob has been fantastic for the Padres. I do think it was probably to keep our arms healthy, to keep them long. I do suspect that Jacob will be back up in the minimum 10 days that he's supposed to get called up. Carl Edwards Jr. looked absolutely horrible, allows the 1 hit and 2 walks that set up the Yuki Matsui blown save. Padres were leading this game 4-0. They go down 5-4 in the bottom of the 7th. Just felt like one of those games you're like, God, I can't believe we're going to let this one slip after we were up 4-0 after a pretty good start from Vasquez. Joey Bart's the one that hits the home run to make it a 5-4 game. But this team is not the same as all the other years, you guys. This team is really different. You cannot keep us out of a game. You can't knock us out of a game anymore. This is not the same Padres that we're used to. And I know we're all used to being disappointed and having to wait and see how crappy we end a game. This is not the same team, you guys. Bednar comes in again and blows another save, starts shitting the bed with his command and control, loads the bases with 1 out. Kyle Higashioka, a man that's been very clutch for us in the past, comes up on a 1-0 count, doesn't try to do too much with the pitch, gets a ball, kind of rolls over, but hits it hard enough, goes to second. O'Neal Cruz tried to go the first to end the game, and he throws the ball away. 2 runs end up scoring. A fucking great read there from Jackson Merrill. Hassan Kim. Padres take a 6-5 lead, and at this point, you're like, man, oh man, things cannot stop going right for our boys. I'm hyped. Jackson Merrill's hyped. That guy seems a little fucking pissed. O'Neal Cruz seems to be one of those guys that tries to show up a little bit sometimes and does the most. It was going to be a tough play to get Higashioka on the down on that throw to first. So I do understand him trying to throw the ball hard, but he throws the ball away. We get the game-winning run there. Suarez, sorry about that. Arias comes up again. He had been kind of quiet in this series. He had gone 0 in the last 2 games. Does get 2 hits here, 3-2 count here, with 2 outs. Doesn't try to do too much of it and sends it to the gap in right field. Outfielders playing in. I don't even think if they're playing normal to get to this ball. 1 run scores in Higashioka from second. That makes it a 7-5 game. El Fuego comes in and doesn't look the greatest, allows 1 hit to Joey Bart, and then Tellez follows up to make it a 7-6 game, but knocks the door down after that on 3 fastballs right down the middle to Brian De La Cruz, who had no fucking chance. Man, oh man, this was a series win for our boys, and it was more than a series win. It was a Padres sweep. Padres win 3 games. They're the best team in baseball right now. And since the All-Star break, 17 games. We've 14-3. We've lost 3 games out of 17 opportunities. This team is red fucking hot. It's time to get excited, you guys. I'm done with the what ifs and the thinking about it. This team is fucking legit. We're 12 games over 5. Unless we have a phenomenal, sensational breakdown, which has happened before. Don't remind me about 2010. This team feels different. Holds the number 1 spot in the wild card again. Arizona, we got to keep doing our scoreboard watching. If you haven't seen, I have a video talking about all the teams in the National League race that we have to be worrying about. The Mets, the Braves, the Cardinals, and obviously the Diamondbacks, all teams to be worrying about. But the Dodgers are playing really, really bad baseball. Now only 2.5 games behind the Dodgers, and it's almost the middle of August. An insane run for our boys. Let's keep the vibes up. Let's keep the faith. This has been an absolutely great series and a great stretch for our boys. Up next on deck for our boys, we have the Marlins. 3-game series against them. The Marlins are horrible. Obviously, the Padres in the past this season alone have played really bad against bad teams. Obviously, with the Rockies, with the Angels. So this is another team that we have to beat up. We have to take 2 games out of 3. I'm not going to get greedy and try and go for a sweep. As long as they can take the series 2 games out of 3, that's going to be fantastic for me. On the bump for our boys tomorrow, we'll have Martin Perez. He's going against Edward Cabrera. Cabrera has shown some cool stuff in the past, but has dealt with some injuries. Had his best start of the year last game against the Braves, but again, that's kind of like similar to the Rockies. The Braves are one of the worst teams in baseball right now. If you haven't seen their numbers, check out my video. It'll explain all about how the teams that are in the wild card race are doing. The Braves have been miserable. We have a TBD for the last 2 games, but they do have Rodri Munoz for game 2, who's spotting a 2-6 record with a 5.68 ERA, so not the best numbers. And Max Meyer, one of their best prospects coming up, but has had some real problems with his command and fastball lately. He's spotting a 2-2 record with a 5.10 ERA. What a series win. Kind of a longer video, but this was a fucking absolutely insane series for our boys. Padres are on top of the baseball world. We're playing lights out fucking ball. Let's continue this hot run in Miami. Continue to show our dominance and announce our presence with authority. Vibes are high, boys. I can't believe it. Let's take this series in Miami, come back home to face the Pirates again with no Paul Skeens once again, and hopefully continue this dominance that we're having. Stay beautiful. I will talk to all of you again probably on Monday. If not by then, if there's another crazy game, I'll hop back on here. But it's been a really crazy last 2 weeks. I'm happy to be back with you guys and talking Padres baseball. I love talking Padres baseball. I'll see you all again on Monday. Stay beautiful and stay vibrant. Go Padres, baby. What a fucking series win and what a sweep.